Today, I am feeling a little low, and I know we all have days like this. It's perfectly normal, it's part of being human. I just feel like I need to do something that is free today, so I am going to pick my August TBR. So I'm going shopping on my own bookshelf. I got the idea for this type of video from Chantal. Chantal reads all day, so I will read the first sentence of each of those books and I will rank them as we go. I think it'll be a fun way to make my August TBR with you in the moment, and we'll see what we've got. This one for sure. This one, yeah, it's like fairly short, but I've been looking forward to reading it, and oh my gosh, the cover feels so good. It's so soft. I love it. So this one for sure. Parable of the Sower by Sydney Butler. I do want to read this one because it was recommended to me by a bookseller, and so it is my pick for the Summer is Covered bingo. I'm not sure if I'm going to feel it next month, but I'm gonna go ahead and add this one to the stack. I've been putting off reading this book because I will have read all of Lauren Graham's books after I read this one, and I'm kind of sad for it to be gone. I think this would be a good one, and it is a bright yellow cover, so it's pretty great. I am going on a trip at the end of next month, and so it could be fun to bring this one along because it is a road trip story. So yeah, maybe I'll add this. Moving down here to my color sorted shelf, so I have this translated book. I'll go ahead and add this to my August TBR. This was in my July book haul. And while I'm down here, I think it could be kind of fun to reread this one because it's been a while since I've read it. And I want to see if I like it as much as I did when I was younger. So that'll be fun. I'll put that on there. I'm getting a lot of yellow and orange books this month for some reason. It's fun. Here's where we're at so far. I'm probably going to want another fantasy book because I love fantasy and there's only one book from that category this month. So let's see. I don't know if I should read The Book That Wouldn't Burn or if I should read The Grace of Kings. I could also do The Ember Blade this month because that one is only a 2-book, it's a duology. So that might feel a little bit more manageable than starting a whole series, but I know that this one I really do want to get to, hopefully this year. But I'm also reading from The Realm of the Elderlings this month in July, and so I might potentially just want to grab the next book in the Live Ship Traders trilogy, so I'm not sure if I should commit to another one that is like part of a series. I don't know if this is the month to read Babel. I feel like that's gonna feel more like fall, and I know there is some controversy between August being considered fall, but I think it still counts as summer. So that's just my opinion. You know what? I think I'm gonna do A River Enchanted because this is another one that is like a good size. I know that it's not part of a incredibly long series. I think it's also a duology. So this could be a good one, especially for like on a trip I could bring with me. So I'll add that one. All right. So I have my August TBR. Here it is. Let's go through. First off, Travels with Charlie in Search of America by John Steinbeck. When I was very young and the urge to be someplace else was on me, I was assured by mature people that maturity would cure this itch. So that wanderlust, that desire for travel, is kind of like the starting point here. We'll see where that falls in the stack. And then A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. Oh, this one has a map at the beginning. It was safest to cross the ocean at night when the moon and stars shone on the water. Okay, we got some sea voyages, so that's cool. That's probably stacking above Travels with Charlie at the moment. All right, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. Lost in the shadows of the shelves, I almost fall off the ladder. I'm exactly halfway up. I guess that was 2 sentences. I think that this one I'm gonna put above Enchanted. The Unbreakable Heart of Olivia Gennaro by Viola Ardone. That new book smells so good. Alright, so a girl is a jug. If you break her, you take her. Whoa. Very indicative of the story inside. I think I'm gonna put that just because, like, I know that this one is going to be hard to read emotionally, not just like it won't be difficult to read language wise. I think like the writing's great, but I'm putting that right there. The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. Saturday, July 20th, 2024. I had my recurring dream last night. I think for this one, I'm gonna put it above that one. Frederick Bachman's Anxious People. A Bank Robbery. It's one of those short sentence starting books. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read the first paragraph for this one. A bank robbery, a hostage drama, a stairwell full of police officers on their way to storm an apartment. It was easy to get to this point, much easier than you might think. All it took was one single, really bad idea. Probably it's gonna be below River Enchanted. Have I Told You This Already by Lauren Graham. Stories have always been important to me. I mean, that's the introduction though. Maybe I should skip the intro? Let's see. I'm certain I graduated from college, but I haven't seen my diploma in over 20 years. This one is going to be below Anxious People. Right. This stack is becoming unwieldy because it has small books at the bottom and larger books at the top. The will of the many. It'd be goofy if this one ended up on the top of the pile because it is the biggest. I am dangling, and it is only my father's blood-slicked grip around my wrist that stops me from falling. I mean, that's pretty good. I think that this one I'm going to like really fly through. I think I'm gonna actually put that on the top. So this is my level of excitement for each of these books, how much I like their first sentence, and we'll see at the end of my reading month whether they live up to this order. Will of the Many is 1, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore is 2, A River Enchanted is 3, Anxious People is 4, Have I Told You This Already is 5, Parable of the Sower is 6, and The Unbreakable Heart of Olivia Gennaro is 7, and then finally at number 8 is Travels with Charlie in Search of America, which is the smallest one. If I wanted to, I could control my reading order, like which one I read first based on my excitement to read it. Or I could mood read through this pile. That's kind of how I typically approach my TBR. I kind of like go based on what I'm most excited about and then what I'm most nervous about not having read if the month comes to a close. I could also just figure out like which books I would most like to have with me on my vacation, you know, just read the others throughout the month. So if I did it that way, I think I would want to have this one with me because I think it'll be fun. It's short, it's funny if I recall, and I just think I'll enjoy my time with this one on a trip. I'm going to want to have a fantasy along with me. So this might not be the only one that I bring, but definitely that one. And then I could save also Travels with Charlie in Search of America. So those are not too many books I could always do like an additional TBR because this is going to overlap with my September reading month because it's just like the last couple days of August and then the first week of September, so I could always like revise on this a little bit, add a couple more books maybe. I can always start reading what I find on my trip. I don't normally read things immediately after bringing them home from the bookstore, but that could be fun. So that would mean that technically my like first books for August, my priority pile is this one. I also have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter coming. I did not participate in the Kickstarter because I had not read anything from Brandon Sanderson when he was doing the Kickstarter. It was like way too late at that point. So I have really been enjoying those though. Frugal Wizard's Guide to Medieval England, and it's a fun time. I don't think it's going to be a favorite. I will probably sell it back to Half Price Books, which is where I got it. But I have some pretty good feelings about Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and so that's definitely going to be on my August TBR as well. It just isn't in hand yet, so I'm sure that'll be here any day. It might even be here today, and I'll be like, why did I record this video before it arrived? And if you are planning on joining me in reading one of these in August, let me know in the comments too, because it could be fun to catch up about them in a future video. Any other summer books that you want to prioritize before summer is at an end? Do you think that August is a summer month or a fall month? I want to know. I don't absolutely love pumpkin spice lattes, but I know that they are coming and they are coming back soon, and that is partially a signal of fall, I think, but maybe you're just excited about that. So if that's really all you're excited about, if you don't have books that you're excited about, go ahead and comment a pumpkin emoji. Thanks for helping me put my TBR together for August, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon.